This program is sponsored by Ford and Reebok, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
A long-odds win double is the last desperate hope for United's Champions League ambitions. Not only do they have to triumph here in Manchester against the Turkish champions they failed to beat 3 times in a row, they also need a minor miracle in the Nou Camp Stadium, where Gothenburg, who've already qualified, must beat Barcelona. Hello, good evening from a rather tense and anxious Old Trafford, and where Manchester United's performance on the pitch here tonight, however good, will be put into context by events in Spain. Terry Venables is with me. It's a manager's nightmare, really, Terry, isn't it? It's so much out of United's hands.
Well, it is, but they've got a big game here, and he's been demolished, really, in the way of suspension, injuries, and he's got to get something from it. That would be wonderful. He's got to hope that he's going to get some good performance. Players that are English, and that will be good for him perhaps next year.
I'm glad you've said straight away about any win by United here tonight, bearing in mind the side that they have out here tonight is going to be a good performance.
It's not a good performance, it's an outstanding performance, because these young lads,
4 of them,
as you can see, there's Neville, Beckham, Butts, Davis, all around 19 years of age, and for them to come into the first team, when your first team, it's going to be difficult to win a game like this.
Look at those names that are all suspended or injured.
Well, these are the players that he's relied on and done so well for Manchester United over the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years, and these youngsters have got a heavy burden on their shoulders. There's no doubt about that.
There are the scenes.
They know they can draw, and to draw, that can be concerning. Will they want to hold their draw? Will they want to attack? Are they frightened of getting beat on the counter-attack? They've got those sort of problems to worry about, and a big game like this, the pressure's off Gothenburg, and they've got it to do. OK, well, here come the teams, the champions of England and the Turkish champions Galatasaray. Let me just remind you once more, United looking to win here, of course, but they're also looking for an early Christmas present from Gothenburg in Barcelona. Let's join our match commentators, Ron Atkinson and Brian Moore.
Thank you, Bob. We are certainly looking forward to the game up here in the commentary box. The youngsters really have got a big test here tonight, but then it's a part of the heritage of Manchester United that youngsters are given a chance. Well, it's an enormous test as they come out in front of a packed house. Ron Atkinson, your early thoughts about this?
Well, I think Alex might have said to them, OK, we can't affect anything that happens in the Nou Camp. What we are doing, United are defending an undefeated record. They've never been beaten here in Europe, and he won't want to lose that record, Alex.
Well, we shall obviously keep you right up to date with events in Barcelona. Let's just hope that it's a very good night again for the Swedes, as it was a fortnight ago against Manchester United. Well, let's have a look at the Manchester United side then. It's a crucial night with such an unfamiliar Manchester United side, struck down by injuries and the restriction on foreigners. 19-year-old defender Gary Neville, he came on as a sub in Gothenburg, now starts in place of David May. 19-year-old Nicky Butt, an old stager really, 4 European starts he's had this season. He's in midfield. 19-year-old David Beckham, 3 previous first-team games, but this is his first in Europe. and 20-year-old Simon Davis, who played in Gothenburg. Youngsters, of course. Roy Keane is back in 4 games. That's something. And, of course, there's always Cantona. So, no Schmeichel, Parker, Sharp, Giggs, Kanchelskis all injured. No Hughes and Ince suspended. United, have they ever fielded so inexperienced a midfield? Keane at 23 is the oldest, alongside 2 19-year-olds and a 20-year-old. And in attack, McClair and Cantona, a partnership that's never before played together. Well, what about Galatasaray, the Turkish champions, without their Zimbabwe defender, Mapeza, who's suspended? But it's a side that's battle-hardened. Victory over Barcelona, remember, in their last game. Strong nucleus of Turkish internationals, and a Swiss, the number 11, Kubilay, who's a hugely talented player, who remembers this place well. He scored twice here last season in that 3-3 draw. That's the number 11, Kubilay. Well, Bülent, Sedat, and Mert, the main defenders. Suat, we think, will be the playmaker in the midfield, and the Tor Hakan, Turkey's leading striker, and Kubilay will offer the biggest threat for Manchester United up front. The substitutes, well, Manchester United's 5. There are 2 20-year-olds, a 19-year-old, and David Johnson's an 18-year-old striker. David May, the only one with a reasonable taste of first-team football. The referee tonight comes from Poland, Ryszard Wojcik, with 2 Polish linesmen. No doubt Alex Ferguson's rallying cry to his youngsters. He wants them to compete strongly in the midfield, to attack, and if they can do it, to win well. He says, you haven't got to worry about what's happening in Barcelona. Well, the great talent of Eric Cantona needs to be seen in full blossom tonight. And if it is, well, who knows? It might just inspire these United youngsters into an extraordinary performance and a fine win. Don't have any doubts about it. It's going to be very, very tough for Manchester United tonight. They haven't got to worry about what's in Barcelona. They've just got to make sure of a win here. There's young David Beckham, a lad from born in Leytonstone, a Chingford lad, getting a first touch right away there in European football. Bruce and Pallister, who one hopes will have a calming effect at the back for Manchester United. Towards Brian McClair. Lost his way a little bit. Ergun getting it clear towards Suat. Tugay being hustled. That's the sort of spirit from Manchester United we needed to see. But a foul there by Roy Keane. But I think that's, in a way, which is exactly what we want to see, a real up and at 'em. In 1 or 2 of their performances in Europe this season, United have looked rather negative and rather fearful. And from the word go, they mean to really set about this Turkish side. And Roy Keane is always one who will be giving it his utmost through that midfield. Here's Irwin with the throw now. Tugay. McClair forcing Bülent to get it back to Stauche. Up towards Kubilay. Then Gary Neville just holding him off for a moment. David Beckham. Right from Chingford in Essex. Keane, lost by Buck, but he gets it back again. Cantona with a touch. The crowd enjoying that as Cantona was suddenly in full flight, but there are plenty of yellow shirts back there. United unbeaten here, remember, in Europe, stretching back something like 38 years. But Keane bringing Gary Neville into it. That's not a bad cross there towards McClair. It might come for Simon Davis onto the left foot. A super start for Manchester United, and it's one of their youngsters, Simon Davis, who scored the all-important first goal. A brilliant opening. They left him unattended here, and a long cross came in. Up goes McClair.
And McClair's done plenty for them there, Brian. He's just done enough to put the defender up. He's still got plenty to do as young Simon Davis, and he finishes that. A Lee Sharp, a Ryan Giggs. That's a magnificent strike, and what a start for the kids.
That was a true touch of Giggs there, and it was young Simon Davis who supplied it, and United are in a 1-0 lead. A wonderful start. To be fair, Simon Davis never really got into his stride, but then who did in his game in Gothenburg? Now it's important they consolidate. Neville, who set that up in the first place, a good run and a good cross. Cantona, Ron.
I think you made a very important point. Remember the very first challenge that Roy Keane put on, and that was, as you said, something that's been lacking in 2 or 3 of their away performances, and I think that would definitely be the best way to play against the Turkish teams. I mean, they've got nothing to lose, United. They play very short passing games, do the Turks, and it's, you know, that's where you can, if you hunt and hustle and pack and get round the ball a lot, you can really rush them out of the stride.
It's amazing how often you can set the whole tone for 90 minutes in the opening couple of minutes of the game. Well, at the moment now is Arif, dangerous man, scored the winner against Barcelona, that number 7 in the last game. Neville gets it clear, having been put back to him by Beckham. It's a wonderful start, but there's still an awful lot to be done.
Well, I mean, United would know that from the last time they played here, wouldn't they, against Galatasaray? 2 up.
And
really,
coasting. And
really
coasting.
chased through the game away, really, by chasing it too heavy.
Sedat. Tugai. Good challenge. Excellent challenge there by Nicky Butt on Ergan. Beckham. McClare. Here's Cantona. Ruiz. Gone past Sedat beautifully there. Keane's gone into the middle, and the keeper Starche got there first, but a great break again by Keane. And a good challenge again there. They're getting their challenges in, and they are really hustling the Turks.
They've certainly got to try and keep the game at a tempo. And you know, that's one of the things the young lads will do. I mean, they won't want to steady the game down. They want to play at a high tempo.
Shot there of the Turkish manager Reinhard Saftig, who's a West German. Up towards Cantona.
Foul against his shadow there. Sedat has tried to track him all over the field, and I think that will suit Cantona, because I don't think Sedat will be good enough to contain him. Awful lot of spaces down the sides of the Turkish defence, the area where Simon Davis actually got his goal from.
Alistair going to take the kick towards Keane, but hit too hard. That could have been allowed to go for the goal kick, but it's Beckham who takes it up. Does well indeed. Finds Keane. Back again to Beckham. Hit long this time towards Cantona, but beyond the byline. Galatasaray themselves came to this game with a remote chance of qualifying from this group if Barcelona lose tonight, and they win handsomely here. I think we're really entering the realms of football fantasy there, but the Turks are certainly on big bonuses to win here tonight, and their ambitions will be pretty high. Offside flag up. Free kick to Manchester United. It's Kubilay. Born in Switzerland of Turkish parents, he has played for Switzerland, but not in the last World Cup last summer. He was injured and missed that. Bruce up towards Cantona. Nice glancing header. But chasing it and winning it. Davis has gone outside him, but prepares to play it inside. They get it away only as far as Keane. Plays the ball out towards Neville. Beckham's out there supporting him. Mind you, there'll be a terrific spirit amongst these Manchester United youngsters. They've grown up together in the United junior ranks. And Alex Ferguson was saying they'll have no fear. And Simon Davis has given them a wonderful start. Here's Beckham with the free kick, and a good one too, nodded away. Oh, Cantona might get on the end of this. Oh, and he was... Boulen just got there in time. A free kick given and a yellow card against Eric Cantona. He's already carrying a yellow card from a previous game, so if United went out tonight, it means that he would miss the next European game. Well, he looked as though he got the ball there.
He's desperately unlucky there. I'm just wondering how much that was his reputation going before him. He does have a habit of lunging for the ball when it's slightly out of play, but on that one you've got to give him marks. He actually made contact with the ball.
But also means he has to watch his step now for the remainder of this game. So the United fans in very good voice here in Old Trafford. Hit long this time. Hakan's going for it, but Gary Walsh. Touched by Butt. Neville. Beckham. That's good ball. Davis on the end of this one. United coming forward again. But he showed just a little too much of it to Suat. United get a corner. Beckham is the man who normally takes the corners for the sides he plays in. And here he is again. He gets another corner. So I recall Alex Ferguson saying some time ago that Beckham could well be the best of the bunch, and he was saying to me at tea time today, you just watch him, he delivers an excellent corner, and he's good on free kicks. It's a deeper corner he's thrown in this time. The keeper went for it and didn't get near it. Keane couldn't keep it in play. So Starche, the Galatasaray goalkeeper, came for this one. Lithuanian international, this fellow, the goalkeeper.
Missed it by a mile, hasn't he? Came out and flapped. He'd probably be looking for the challenge by the United player to put him off, but certainly wasn't the case.
Arif. Arif. Here's Brilliant. In for Manchester United. The bounce favoured him, he gets the throw to.
I'd like to see Owen do a lot more attacking in this game than he's done in previous European games. I think he's got a great opportunity to do so here. There's lots of chances, I think, for both full-backs and for both the wide midfield players, as you say, Beckham and Davis.
Another throw. Youngsters have given him a great start to the evening. And here's Davis again. Cantona. Ooh, the little chip through there. Keane on the end of it, possibly. Oh! Against the crossbar, and it came out. And Cantona was there and waiting for it. In the meantime, it's Kubalai. Goal kick. So not far from number 2.
No, I mean, Cantona here, good spotters badge here. Bullen playing very deep.
And now look what Cantona does.
And he's racing into the back stick here, Brian. Look at it. And actually, in all fairness, he could have done without that hitting the post, couldn't he? And that's brilliant, brilliant vision, is that.
So Or 1-0, and it could have been 2. Throw for United. It's with Dennis Irwin. Leicester. Bruce available. Back to safety. But Guy. Bruce to back. Cantona. Good play here by the Turks. Backhand won't get on the end of that though, because Bruce finds Irwin. Played forward now to Davis. Back again to Irwin. To McClare.
Then a touch by him, a good one. Davis is off and racing. Suat's gone with him.
Irwin doing just as Ron Atkinson was saying, and it flicked off the defender, but into the arms of Stouchy. Want United to stay strong and secure at the back. It's Kubalai who's in trouble down below here. Cantona finding Nicky Butt, trying to hold off Bülent, and a corner given. More work for Beckham. There's Kubalai still getting treatment down below us. Keane up there. Beckham's corner. Knocked away though by Sedat. Kubalai's injured his right hand, as you can see. It's Neville. Tries to get it up to Cantona. Keane. It's a good ball. Neville again. Cantona's in there. Just a little too close to Bülent. Alistair. Forward again for Keane. And surely an obstruction. Now, defenders got away with murder there.
I think the ball had just overrun, to be fair to you, Brian. This is the best I've seen Keane for a long time. This is how I like and think of Roy Keane, sprinting forward, chasing long through balls. You know, this is when he's at his pomp and he's really driving for it. He's certainly set his stall out in the first 20 minutes of this game to do so.
He's missed the last 4 games with an injury. In fact, he's only made 11 starts this season. So he's relatively fresh. Alistair stretching out well. Irwin towards Cantona. Throw to Galatasaray. Suat with it. Kubalai still troubled by that hand injury. And a free kick now to Galatasaray. And it was 3-3 here and a 0-0 last season in Istanbul, with a lot of acrimony. Cantona was sent off right at the end, and then a 0-0 this season in Istanbul. Oh, Pallister didn't get to that. And the tallest Sedat was just behind him.
Yeah, they've been punished a couple of times in Europe already on that sort of ball in, haven't they? I mean, that's when you're looking for your big centre-half to see the thing off.
Bruce heading it long. McClare touching it on. Davis almost through. Stopped in the end by Bülent.
Brian, it's fairly easy. They're not protecting. Galatasaray aren't protecting their back players too very much. And it's fairly easy, if the quality of the ball's good from the back, to link up the United strikers. I don't think United want to spend too much time messing about playing in midfield. I think they want to get it in McClare and Cantona as quick as possible.
Suat, strong challenge, not once but twice by Bruce. stopped. Can Bruce stop it? He can. That was nearly an absolute mockery of defence there. Walsh, for some reason, decided to start and then not to come, and Bruce was in two minds as well.
I mean, I just wonder whether that's where they missed Schmeichel. Once or twice in these European games, they've always looked when the ball's played in behind them a little bit hesitant. There's a definite misunderstanding there. I think really Gary Walsh should be screaming, coming out and commanding that.
A yellow card against Simon Davis. While that slow motion was running. Let's have a look. Was he claiming that Davis was play acting? Certainly not play acting there. He's getting stuck in and getting the ball away, but it just looped out of play. Well, it's
they just seemed very, very innocuous, didn't they? Just a little bit of inexperience there, I felt.
Irwin down, getting some treatment at the moment. Beckham on the far side for Manchester United. Neville hitting it long, but in a bit of space. Taken nicely on his chest in a turn that found him a yard or two, which was important. Keane just playing a simple ball wide for Neville. Butt and Cantona waiting in the middle. It's coming towards Eric Cantona. Oh, just over, or well over in the end, and he was foiled by some brave goalkeeping by Stauchi.
Oh, great goalkeeping that. Stauchi's done brilliant there. I mean, this is a deep crossing, and Cantona's doing this. He's pulling away from the back of his marker. Great control. There you fancy him. Full marks. The keeper's made a great save there.
Another corner then for Manchester United. Beckham with it. Bruce jockeying for a position. Couldn't get to it. Cantona's there. And Cantona's there again when Leclerc's first header was only half stopped by the keeper.
Eric Cantona's taken the bit between his teeth today, I think. I think he realises, all right, we've talked about the young players, but the experienced players have really got to produce, and Cantona looks as if he's relishing the task.
Certainly, it was the case, I think, in Barcelona and in Gothenburg, Ron, where some of the leading players, shall we say, really didn't perform. And Cantona was one of them in Gothenburg, but here, as you say, he's really pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the responsibility on Pallister, himself, Bruce and McClare. You know, they're the sort of the experienced players. They've seen it all and done it all. And they'll be looking, you know, the kids will be looking to them to give them a lift.
Arif. Pursued by Irwin. Stopped by Keane. Backing away there. But the Turks get possession with Tugay. Trying to play the ball in. Bruce spotted that well. A little touch out to Nicky Butt. Plays it wide again for Irwin. And away to the safety of touch.
I think they've got to be very careful when they play close passing from the back into the midfield, United, because I think the Turks like that sort of a game. The Turks don't like the game where it gets stretched and turns them around a bit.
Suat with a throw. Ooh. Alistair got it away. Here's Keane. Davis. Claire, who's played very often recently as a front man, holding the Coca-Cola against Port Vale. Well played by Davis. Gets a corner. Across comes Beckham, yes.
I think they're thinking Simon Davis has kicked that out himself. Can't help thinking, though, Kenny, when you see all the space down the sides of the Galatasaray defence, you just think about Kanchelskis, Sharp. Yes. They may have thrived in that sort of thing, like they did against Barcelona here in the home game.
Sharp will be a week or two before he's ready. Kanchelskis, Alex Ferguson says, might well be ready for the weekend. Stauchi with a punch clearance. Touched him again by Keane. Sadat gets it away. And suddenly it's Arif. Scored the winner against Barcelona a fortnight ago. It's got Kubalai in the middle. This is Tugay. Kubalai A little chip by him, and Irwin lets it run over him and gets it clear. Straight into the path of number 4, Sedat. That should be Walsh's ball. Cantona. United keeping this high tempo going. Leclerc. Beckham. Keane. Owen. Davis out wide. Chugai, number 6. The better in there and finds Swat. Swat again. Another good connection. Here's Davis. Owen. For Simon Davis was given for time wasting. Ball gets it along the line there, and it goes behind for the goal kick. Let's get a report on Barcelona against Gothenburg. John Hill.
Well, Brian, the important fact first, it's still 0-0 in Barcelona. It was a quite frantic start. Romario almost scored after 50 seconds. He found space inside Gothenburg's 6-yard box, but Thomas Ravelli saved with his legs. And the Swedes then built a brilliant counter-attack that encouragingly showed just how much appetite they've got for the contest. Jesper Blomqvist got away down the left. His cross perfect for Stefan Pettersson. He looked a certain scorer 5 yards out, but Carlos Busquets made a terrific save. Since then, the game's gone relatively quiet. Stoichkov has had one shot into the side netting. Guardiola's missed with a try from 20 yards, and Romario just shaved a post a moment ago. Otherwise, Gothenburg have looked reasonably comfortable, and it's 0-0 after 25 minutes.
So 0-0 in the Nou Camp. Still a possibility that the miracle might happen. United leading here 1-0 by Simon Davis's goal right at the start of the evening. Remembering that we need Gothenburg to win in Barcelona and United to win here. United then qualify for the quarter-finals of the European Champions League. There's Beckham getting it down the line. Has it, but loses it. Chugai, little flick through to Hakan. Lost it just for a moment.
Just a few little dangerous signs creeping in for United at the moment, isn't there? The Turks have settled after the early shock. They've started to get their passing game going. They're neat, they interpass, basically a short passing game. United have got to try and get it up to Cantona and Leclerc as much as possible.
Hamza over on that left-hand side.
You always feel if it becomes a midfield passing game that the Turks will, they'll be more competent, they've got more experience, and it suits them better.
Leclerc. Hamza gets it clear. Two guys stumbles. Here's Arif. Oh, this is a dangerous ball, and well read by Walsh. In fact, his flag was up for offside against Kubalai. Irwin to Cantona. Challenged there by Sedat and beaten by him. Bülent. Kubalai chasing, but Pallister quite happy to let that go away for the goal kick.
He actually looks more of a threat, Kubalai, when he comes up alongside Hakan. Both of them have got good abilities to make very, very good runs.
Its defence has been wobbly in Europe. Conceded 11 goals so far in their 5 European games. The worst defensive record, in fact, of the 16 clubs in the 4 groups in the Champions League by 3 goals. Stauche getting the ball from Cantona's cross. It's going to go to play. And against the 11 that United have conceded, when you think the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and Ajax of Holland have conceded only 2, does confirm again that successful sides really are built from defence. Davis plays it in, knocked forward nicely by McClair. Cantona couldn't quite get on the end of it. Here's Butt playing it into Cantona again. A touch by him. McClair was hopeful of getting on the end of it, and there were 2, 4, 5 yellow shirts back in the Galatasaray penalty area. But now the break is on with Tugai. Forward towards Kubilai, played in quickly by him. Walsh just spotted that quickly. Pallister wasn't sure, I think, whether he was coming. In the end, no damage was done. McClair. But you occasionally just get the shakes a little bit with United in defence. And yet, as you well know, here in the Premiership, they've not conceded a goal at home here in 10 league games.
Cantona, a lovely ball for Butts.
Well, all credit to Nicky Butt. That was a terrific run he made from the midfield, and certainly all credit to the big Frenchman. A great cross in there, and it just failed to get the right connection from Nicky Butt.
I mean, Butt has made up a tremendous amount of ground. Where he will be encouraged is the way the defenders trailed in his wake there. I actually thought once he'd got past the last defender, I thought he could have stayed with that a little bit longer. He may have been a bit despairing there, Nicky Butt.
Davis to Irwin. Ergun. A throw to Galatasaray, champions of Turkey for the last 2 seasons. Ergun. Beckham tries to get there first and very nearly succeeded. Sedat. Tugai. Bülent. Answer. Bülent again. All straight into the path of Davis. McClair. Keane gets it back to Bruce. Gary Neville. Challenging header there by Pallister, but it falls for Arif. Suat. Hamza.
This is where it's different to Barcelona. They can afford to let them do that. Behind Man United, they can afford to let the Turks at the moment, because they're in the pole position. They can afford to let the Turks just play back across the pitch and play back into their sweeper. Whereas the difference in Barcelona is when Koeman had the ball, Koeman could probably spot people in from that position. Now, if they can't get it, they're just as well to let him have it and let him play there. Now, what they must avoid is them playing through them from here. That's good. Just let them keep playing amongst their back players at the moment.
Keane knocking it down to Beckham, chested it down towards McClair. McClair couldn't quite get hold of it, and Hamza will now take it up again for Galatasaray, the Turkish champions. Good challenge by Irwin. Ergun. Suat. Ergan. Given to Butt. And now for Pallister. Chance for a long ball here. Keane had made the break for him, and Keane collects as well. Finds McClare. Keane's available again. Butt following in well. Hit against the Polish referee. He holds his hand up, but that's no consolation to Manchester United. It certainly won't be now. But McClare came back, did good work. And it's Beckham on the ball for Manchester United. But McClare. Keane has pulled away to this side. It's too far for him. Goal kick to Galatasaray. Well, it's been a good night for them, young and old, here at Old Trafford. Certainly in terms of the result so far, but also in terms of seeing some young talent beginning to blossom here at Old Trafford. Beckham. That's a good ball by Beckham, and it very nearly reached McClare. There was a foul, a free kick to Manchester United, and the referee, in fact, if he played the advantage, it would have been good news for Manchester United. And then when they wanted to take the free kick, he was a little pernickety and required it to be in exactly the right spot. Now, Beckham is a useful free kick exponent. Roy Keane might also fancy his chance. And again, the referee coming in quickly because Keane had the temerity to move it forward a few inches. 4 in the wall. Now let's have a look at Beckham. You've heard about his free kicks, and here's one of them. Driven well, but just wide of the goal.
You know what really fascinated me about that, Brian? I was just watching, stood 3 yards away from him, was Eric Cantona, thinking, how can this young up start coming and take free kicks? That's my range. That's a very, very good one. That's not so far wide, is it? That's got a lot of, it's got some dip and swerve on that one. But I love it. I think anybody that's got the confidence to take one with Cantona a few yards away from you.
Walsh gets it clear. McClare leaping for that one. It was out-jumped by Sadat. McClare's done good work tonight, though. Hamza. Going to be held. Trying to get it back again, and it falls off Nicky Butt straight, fortunately for Manchester United, to Pallister. McClare plays it back for Pallister again, loses it. A foul by Butt there on Mert.
It's just the one, that's something they have got to guard against United. You know, when they start developing the movement, Galatasaray, they do have this knack of threading little balls between central defenders. You know, that's something the Turks, I mean, we found earlier in the season when we played against the Turkish side, that is an art they're good at.
Arif with a long cross. Kubilai couldn't collect. Hamza. And now Ergan. Oh, Bruce let it go. He thought he'd heard a shout, and suddenly Suat was in there as well.
It's amazing how many times they've done that in European games this year. In Barcelona, in Gothenburg, a couple of times tonight where balls have gone in behind the experienced United defenders and they've left it. And I've just got this thing about whether Schmeichel, when he's at his best, really does dominate and dictate.
Well, Schmeichel apparently will be out for another month. Cantona charging. Bulent getting himself into trouble. Beckham. It's a goal! 2-0! First Davis the youngster. Second Beckham the youngster. Well, the young boys are doing Alex Ferguson proud. Stoutly beaten for the second time in Manchester United, 2-0 up. Joy on the youngster's face there, because he struck it superbly. Good work again from McClare. The ball runs loose, and Beckham makes the most of it. Off the goalkeeper.
As you so rightly said, Brian, the 2 young lads got the goal. Full marks there to the 2 experienced strikers, though, for pressurising defenders. First Cantona to get the first mistake, then McClare, yeah. They're both actually offside when the ball's gone in, but nobody's going to criticise them for that, is there?
With a look of joy on David Beckham's face too. I mean, that was worth admission price alone. So here, Galatasaray giving the ball away to Cantona, into the path of McClare. Don't for a moment underestimate the work that Brian McClare's done tonight.
I think the two front boys have done smashing. They've worked, they've showed the real experience. And then, funnily enough, the emphasis will go on the kids tonight, but Cantona and McClare for me have been the players. I'm just wondering now, having looked at that score a little bit earlier in Barcelona, we've seen a little bit of a fairy tale here tonight. You just wonder whether there's another one in store in Spain.
Foul on Cantona. Still 0-0, incidentally, in the Nou Camp between Barcelona and Gothenburg. We'll see some highlights of that at half-time. Irwin pushing the header. Also at half-time, don't forget there's a competition for you. The prize is a VIP trip for two to any Champions League game of your choice, or £1,000 if you prefer that. That's at half-time.
Just hoping that that no-score draw in Barcelona is not one of those convenient no-score draws.
They've given it away here, though. To Guy, Bruce. They've just.
They're going with a shot. Good save by Walsh.
All coming about with Manchester United, maybe, as Alex would say, fanning around a little bit. They gave the ball away far too easily there.
That's a nice one for Gary Walsh.
There's Davis, but beaten in the air by Suat. Arif, Suat charging. Davis with the back heel. Keane knocking it back to Pallister. Cantona picking out Davis again. Into McClare. Down the line towards Keane. McClare trying to get it back again. Just caught Arif there, but the referee said play on. Up to Hakan. Two guy off the field just temporarily. Back at full strength. There's two guy. Gets it back to Stauche. Here's Mert again. Tugai. And again. 4 minutes to go to half-time. Bruce. Seems to be hard into the back door of the Galatasaray player. Here's Cantona. Little touch by him for Butt. But Bulent's charging him. Down goes Butt. The crowd were howling for a penalty, but there was never a question of that. And well, they're unhappy with the way that Bulent challenged David Beckham. And Cantona's in the middle of it. The linesman has got to get in the way as well. But they were very angry with Bulent there. And I'm just wondering what action the referee will take here, whether he will say that the overreaction of Manchester United was a bit too strong, whether he will take action against Bulent. Order gradually being restored. Feeling in his back pocket for a card, is he?
I think he would have a bit of a problem sorting out who would have to get booked, if anybody there, you know. It's amazing, really, because there hasn't been any real flash points.
It was definitely number 3, Bulent.
Yeah, he knocked him down, but I think you'll find here there's a challenge. The challenge there has taken a little bit of...
yeah, I wonder what happens. Yeah, the linesman's got his flag up there. As far as we can see, no action at all on.
Well, it's a Turkish free kick, so I think that tells you what the linesman was thinking. But I mean, strange, because I was just thinking... There's been little or nothing, no flash points apart from that, has there?
None at all. Beckham penalised there. Foul on Tugai.
In fact, I'm actually a little bit surprised at the Turkish reaction. It doesn't seem, they seem as if they've willingly accepted the fact that they're losing the game. They haven't really raised it at all. They've just kept popping the ball about. No real upsurge from him.
Here's Tugai. Finding Ergun. Keane can come launching himself forward again. And he's done it well. He's got Butt wide on the right for him. Beckham. Neville. Strong and a swift and a fair challenge there from Gary Neville. Goal kick. This is the goal again from the reverse angle Ron. Again, good work by McClare.
It's a nice tidy clip, isn't it? I think the goalkeeper on a better day would have done more with it. But you know, we're not going to deny the kid.
Oh, they've given it away to Cantona. Might it be 3? No, the keeper stopped him.
Just saying there about the keeper almost throwing one in from Beckham, and yet he's made 2 great brave saves from this fella, from Cantona. And he's thrust his way, shown his plan. That's tremendous brave goalkeeping again.
Cross coming in again, Cantona there. Davis trying to make something of it, Beckham also, but they get it away up to Tugai. Alistair. Beckham. Swat. Arif. Hit long, Bruce is there. Dennis Irwin. Steve Bruce. And Walsh onto the left foot, gets it well away there towards Simon Davis. Suat. Time added on. There's the half-time whistle. And it's going according to plan here at Old Trafford. And the youngsters really have done Alex Ferguson proud. Simon Davis with that great strike right at the start of the half. And then David Beckham, who's had a superb game on that right side of midfield, clipping in the second just before half-time. And it's still 0-0, we understand, in the new camp in Barcelona. Manchester United 2, Galatasaray 0.
The way that the experienced players and the youngsters have combined in that first half?
Yes, I'm sure Alex Ferguson will be delighted with that first half performance because, you know, when you look at United's team, they've got a lot of players out, and to perform the way they did in the first half is a really good performance. The kids have done really well, but I think Cantona and McClare have played particularly well up front, and Keane has been very strong in midfield, and they've helped the kids along tremendously tonight.
Looking at the defence, though, United have got to be careful they don't now go and concede 2 goals.
Yes, that's right. I mean, over at Barcelona now, the pressure's on them because they'll be hearing the score from here. So United have got to make sure that they stay nice and compact at the back now and hit them on the break. And if they do that, then all the pressure's on Barcelona at the moment because they can't concede a goal.
Thank you very much, Brian.
And we're going to take a short break. Remember, there is everything to play for. We're looking for a goal from Gothenburg. We'll see you again in a moment or two. Hello again from Old Trafford. Here it's United 2, Galatasaray 0 in the Nou Camp Stadium. It's Barcelona 0, Gothenburg 0. The 10's 45 minutes ahead, but here, Terry, it could have been probably 4 up for United, really, when you look at it.
Actually, it could have been 3 up in the first 10 minutes. And then it was really over. But then they got hold of themselves, Galatasaray, and they started to play and looked like they was going to come back into the game. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Two
good chances for Eric Cantona, but Roy Keane also against the post, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. He was making a lot of deep runs, and especially early in the game, and he got in very well. He said lobbed it, and he knew what he was doing. He was trying to chip the goalkeeper, and it just hit the post. If it hadn't, actually, Cantona would have run the ball in the net. Yes. Are you feeling reasonably comfortable that United are going to get the 2 points here? Shall we start with that one? Yes, I think over here we're sorted. It's just over there now, and it's going to be really exciting the second half. It couldn't have been better, really. OK, now then let's go back down to the tunnel, because I think Alex Ferguson is there with Gary Newbon.
Alex, you're playing well, and Gothenburg are doing their best for you in Barcelona at the moment.
Well, we can only pray now. We've done fantastically well in the first half. I'm very pleased with the performance. And I think they're up against some queer, weird referee, and I can't believe some of the things that's gone on there.
I saw you talking to the referee. You looked a bit upset. What were you saying to him?
One of the players spat at Gary Neville. That
really?
Was it. Yeah, quite clearly spat him, and that's what I was at the referee for, because you should be aware of these things. That's disgusting, but yeah, what can you do?
OK, so the main job now, hang on to that 2-0 lead and keep your fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back to the commentary box. Brian Moore here with Ron Atkinson, and Ugur is on, a substitute for Hamza, 31-year-old midfielder, a lot of experience, born in Germany, Turkish international. And Alex Ferguson confirming that it was a spitting incident. Then on the far side, just before half-time, Bülent was the guilty man, number 3, which so incensed the United players. Dennis Owen making an early break. Davis. Just to remind you, of course, if the two sides, Barcelona and Manchester United, finish level on points, they are separated by how they performed head-to-head. Don't forget it was a 2-2 draw here, and Barcelona, of course, won 4-0 in the new camp. So it would be Barcelona on that basis who would go through if United and they finish level on points. Ergun getting it back. Bülent. Sedat. Suat. And here's Neville. Beckham away on the right for it. McClare just inside it. And when he tried to roll it inside Ergun, a little disappointed and was a little bit back on his heels as Galatasaray got possession here as Hakan being hustled by Buck, but holds him off. Suat takes it up now. Ugur, the substitute on the far side. Hitting it towards Kubilai. Surprising challenge there by Gary Neville. Kubilai felt that he should have received something for it. Neville looked anxious for a moment, but the Polish referee just pointed straight to the goal kick.
He's made a meal of it, Brian.
He hasn't.
Kubilai's made a meal of it. In actual fact, I thought young Neville did well to get his body involved there, because Kubilai pulled into a good position for a header. And that's sometimes a very good art of defending, is to make sure the guy against you doesn't get a clear lead.
But with the header for Manchester United. Bruce. Irwin. Not forward. Davis. Beaten by Ugur, though. Walsh hitting it high. Cantona. But Bruce. And Cantona making a break. Spotted well by Irwin. Turning, gave himself several yards there. A little flick on. And suddenly Roy Keane. A possibility here for Manchester United. 3-0. Roy Keane. A great start to the second half.
Almost a carbon copy of the first goal, except that it's come the other way around, isn't it? Every time United have had a man over there and gone round into the spare space, they've always got plenty of time. Good little touch on, great ball from Cantona, good composure there, beats two, and then a little slot, tucks it right in the corner. But that looks simple, but that's a great delivery. That's great appreciation of who's around, and that's great catching up from midfield. That's a smashing goal.
And what super pictures there. Look at that. Just clipping inside, and up go the crowd. It's 3-0, and at the other end, Bruce gets the header away. Neville. Ugo.
I think the number of times that Man United have had a fellow run from deep positions into that last position, and Cantona's tried it a couple of times by just pulling off the last defender. Keane himself has been in there 2 or 3 times. When he hit the post early on, very similar sort of move.
Ugo again.
In all fairness, they've actually disappointed me, Brian, the Turkish. They've come as if it's just like making up a fixture, as if they've no real drive or will to win, and United have sensed that and taken advantage of it.
Well, they've no realistic chance of reaching the quarter-finals, but from what we know, they are on pretty huge bonuses.
Yeah.
Here comes the free kick. Ooh, driven in there. Not sure they didn't come off Nicky, but it did, and it's a corner.
You know, you'd have thought they'd have looked at United's team at the start and think, hey, we've a real chance of getting away with something here against an inexperienced side like this, and yet they've shown no real drive or desire to try and win it.
Kubalai's corner. Alistair got it away. Cantona. Just behind Keane then, but he adjusted beautifully and got it back to Owen. And then gets it back from Owen. Here come United again. Davis has made a great break forward. Here he is. But in the end, could get nowhere, and a free kick given against Manchester United.
I think that may be one of the finicky decisions that Alec was thinking about.
Ugo. Swat, Tugai, Ugo, Ergan. Towards Hakan, but Gary Walsh without a problem. Crowd here absolutely jubilant. When you think about it, no Schmeichel, no Parker, no Sharp, no Giggs, no Kanchelskis, no Hughes, no Ince, and United 3 up.
Well, I was with a party of people at lunchtime, experienced people in the game, and they were saying that they thought United would have it all on today to come out with a result. You know, they've actually romped it, haven't they?
Without a doubt. That's a free kick for the foul on Cantona. And kicked away there by Bülent. Now Bülent surely will get a yellow card for that, but he won't. Fortunate young man. Irwin with the kick. Bruce getting in there. Neville, but Bruce, good play. Beckham, his cross coming in. Well, it caught Sam a little on the wrong foot, conceded the corner. Beckham is in that corner already, ready to take it. But so that's a tall defender. Net. Ugo. Arif. Getting it back again from Hakan, bringing Ugur into it. Arif again, got a good shot on him, but well wide. Let's go and get a quick report from John Helm in the Nou Camp.
Thank you, Brian. Well, it's an absorbing contest, and Gothenburg are doing well. They've come close to scoring on 3 or 4 occasions, and Jesper Blomqvist in particular is panicking the Barcelona defence. Romario's had 2 chances, and Ravelli has just made a fabulous save from Stoichkov, but the Swedes are certainly giving it their best shot, Brian. Still 0-0. Hope springs eternal for Manchester United.
Still 0-0 there in the new camp. We desperately need Mr. Blomqvist or somebody to provide a goal for Gothenburg. 3-0 here for Manchester United.
Playing it in.
Beckham was almost there. The possibility of another goal. Starche goes down. Odor gets it clear. Gothenburg can't do their bit tonight, as it were. There's a great consolation here, don't you think, Ron, for Manchester United to see a side, a young side like this, performing so well and learning so much as they go about it.
Well, they certainly don't look an inexperienced side, do they? I mean, the kids like Butts, Beckham, Neville, they've all looked very, very assured. And that's the sort of message from Alex before the game, wasn't it? Well, you've got nothing to lose, really. Go out and enjoy it. And they look as very much as if they've done that.
Claire getting it back to Pallister.
In a way, you know, that may be why they're successful. They've played without any inhibitions at all. Whether if there'd have been more expectancy on them, you don't know. But certainly they've played very well.
And the old heads have played well, and they got off to a great start. I mean, they were also 2 crucial points, weren't they?
I mean, we've seen Keane score, and he's deserved it. I can't believe Cantona is going to go through the game without a goal.
Right.
Unless he thinks, all right, I'll save myself for the league game on Saturday now. I've done my whack here now. I think if he wants a goal, he'll get one.
Ergen playing it wide for Kubalai. Quickly challenged by Gary Neville.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, without taking anything away from United, they've disappointed me. Galatasaray, I thought they would have played with more spirit. They look very, very flimsy.
Mert for them now.
There's a roar around the crowd, whether they've heard before we've heard that Gothenburg have scored, but there's an almighty roar going around the Old Trafford crowd now.
It's still 0-0, I'm reliably informed. Alex is looking around smiling. I hope he's not building false hopes, because I can reliably tell you the score is still Barcelona 0, Gothenburg 0 in the Nou Camp. I tell you also it's a free kick for Manchester United here, which Dennis Irwin will take. Cantona. Pallister. But
Oh, good turn by McClare. He's brought down
by Mert. Apparently there was a scoreline put out wrongly somewhere that Gothenburg have taken the lead, but that is not true. McClare is down. It's a free kick. Beckham's behind it again. Being told to wait by the Polish referee until he gets the Turkish ball back 10 yards. There's his free kick, straight at the keeper, and it must have moved a bit in the air because Starche was troubled just for a moment. It's with McClare. Neville. McClare again. Cantona.
playing it into the path of Davis.
They're doing so well.
Now, just thinking, I hope they didn't get a distraction from the crowd noise. I would think probably the crowd have thought, well, it's no score. You know, is that enough for us? Brett maybe not quite reading the script very well. But these lads have just got to keep going on and seeing the whole game through and then take whatever counts. Look at Brucey there, pulling the end of the wall round. He's actually over-swerved the ball there. The lad's over-curled it.
It's certainly tough on the United players if they're now under the misapprehension that Gothenburg are leading.
I don't think they would be, Brian, because I would think if that was a definite score, I think this would be a continuous wail of noise now.
But Cantona couldn't get it back. Did in the end, though. McClare. With a simple ball wide there for Owen. Alistair. Oh, that's a nicely threaded beautifully there for Roy Keane. And out on the right here is Beckham. There's his good curly cross going in. That was an excellent early ball played in by him. And there's some arguments there amongst the defenders. It was brilliant who eventually got the ball away for the corner. But a great cross in here. Keane looking up, looking around, plays it wide. And there's the ball played in quick. Corner for Manchester United. Stouchy going for it against Steve Bruce. I interrupted you, Ron, sorry. Let's just go and see what Keane does here. Davis. Just lost himself a bit right at the end. Tugay puts it away. And because Stouchy, the goalkeeper's injured. He may have had a bang there. He went up a moment ago with a ball for a ball with Steve Bruce. Got a bang on the side of the left ear there. Let's have a look at the Roy Keane goal again, the third one for Manchester United. This is from the other side of the ground, the reverse angle. Look at Cantona's ball again. And again, a little flick on. Such a good one. And then terrific work by Roy Keane.
In actual fact, in a lot of cases there, he might very well have taken it first time, mightn't he? Just one touch and hit it off his right side, but he showed great composure. But every time they've drifted a fella into that wide position in the box, they've usually come out with looking like a threat.
So it was Roy Keane's first goal in the Champions League, his first goal this season. Yes, it was. It was the clash with Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce going quite legitimately for the ball there, banging his head into Stouch's ear. Well, they'll think about bringing a substitute goalkeeper on, Netzihi, possibly. No, Stouch is okay. He's only had 5 league games in 4 seasons, the substitute keeper. Well, Yusuf, the number 14 for Galatasaray, is warming up now, soon to come on. I think United thought he might well have been amongst the starters, so it won't surprise them that he's coming on. And Tugay, we think, is the one going off. Here comes Beckham. No, it's out of play. I think when the substitution's made, we might just get back to the new camp again and get a report from John Helm. But let's first see what happens here. Suat. Bülent. Suat. There's a good ball there for Tugay, who's about to come off. Backhand chasing. Bruce concedes the corner. I think we want to make the substitution now before the corner's taken. But they're trying to tell the Polish referee they want to make the substitution. They've at last attracted his attention, and that can be done. Let's get a quick word with John Helm then.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Gothenburg continue to acquit themselves very well in the Nou Camp Stadium, and Jesper Blomqvist, the outstanding player on the field, has just brought another terrific save from Busquets, while Thomas Ravel has had a very quiet second half. Gothenburg certainly carrying the fight to Barcelona at the moment, 0-0.
So still 0-0 in Barcelona.
I just think they throw us little teasers there, because every time they do it looks as if Gothenburg are almost going to get a goal, doesn't it? I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm thinking Koeman's going to stick that in his own net, and there's going to be a hell of a roar at this ground.
Alistair. Neville. Little touch by Cantona. What a good one, too. Flick on there by McClare. Beckham after this one, but stopped by Boulet. A throw to Manchester United. Hope our little trips to Barcelona aren't disturbing your enjoyment of this game, but I'm sure at the same time you appreciate that we do very much have to keep an eye on events in northern Spain. Neville hitting a surprise cross in there, and Ugo showing good control, getting it away. Alistair's touch now to Irwin. Keane to Bruce. Now good stuff. Simple passing, making good progress. Beckham. The ball played inside now for Neville to get on the end of it. And do they get a corner? No. Is Beckham in a bit of trouble there? I think he might well be.
No, it's Neville, Brian. He's
Neville,
taking a bit of a rap as the defender came across, just caught him across the thigh. Which wouldn't be a bad time to injure. At least if David May's back on, it might look at that. That's a bit of a thunder one. I think that's caught him right across the thigh then. At least it might give David May a chance to get himself in and get a bit of confidence restored, won't it?
Oh, he's fit to go.
Oh, he'll not want to come off, will he? Oh, European Cup match.
So Neville back and running quite comfortably now. Ergun. Yusuf brought down, and a free kick to Galatasaray. Not taken from the right place. Ugo, bit of space on the far side. He's already shown he's got good control. Now, what sort of cross has he put in there? Could have been a difficult one, but Mickey Butt did really well. Up to Cantona, up there on his own. What a nice little header flicked in there for McClare. In the end, it was difficult for McClare to pick it up, but it was a great leap by Cantona. Ugo. Yusuf to Arif. Yusuf again. Mert. Sedat. Ugo. Arif being tracked by Butt. And a goal kick.
Yeah, it's got to be sensible now, haven't they, United? There's another goal for it if it comes along, but by and large, they've just got to make Galatasaray play across the face of them, not show them too much encouragement at all, and just hope that something in this last 20-odd minutes, hope something happens in Spain.
McClare.
Now, when you think this Galatasaray side have played United 3 times prior to this, haven't they? And on paper, a much stronger United side. And this is the most comprehensive they've played against them.
Cantona. That's good by way of calling. Yusuf. It's a good long ball. Kubalay chasing it, but again, Walsh spotting that danger quickly, anticipated it well. Fairly unorthodox action just on the edge of his box, but he got away with it. Yusuf to Ugo. Yusuf. Of course, if United don't qualify for the European Champions League's quarter-finals, suppose it means the second half of their season is less cluttered. They can concentrate that much more on the Premiership and getting back into the European Cup next season. They also miss out on a huge financial bonus. I think clubs get just over £1 million just for reaching the quarter-finals. Although tonight, if they get 2 points here, that's worth over £400,000 to them. Cantona. Leclerc back to Butt. Now to Beckham. Doesn't take prisoners, does Neville. He's a very forceful, positive young defender.
I think he took 3 of the United subs as well there, didn't he?
I mean, it's Manchester High School, isn't it, when you look at them there? Here's Boulet. Picking up the pace and finding Ergun. Bruce gets it clear, or rather Pallister gets it clear. And now Neville again. He's looked really secure in that right-back position. There's the touch by Cantona, but it gave Beckham no chance on that occasion. Kubalai now for Galatasaray. Bruce, and now Keane, forward to Cantona. Gets it back to Keane. Bruce, from Butt. Down towards Beckham. Bruce to Neville. Cantona. Brought down by Suat. Free kick to United. Not quite sure who's going to take it. In the end, Roy Keane just knocks it back here for Bruce.
You get the feeling now, Brian, that a lot of those players, particularly the experienced ones, their minds might just be somewhere else around there at the moment.
Yep. We've done our bit. Let's hope the Swedes can do theirs. Davis. Owen. Throw to Manchester United. Again, Dennis Irwin with it. Ergun gets it clear. As far as Butt. I think a lot of us have our thoughts in Barcelona at the moment. Beckham did well. Davis. Beckham, little touchback. Nicely played there by him for Davis. Arif. Nibbling at the back there. And it's Manchester United's ball. Just enjoying themselves now. They know that the hard work and the anxiety, hard work's been done and the anxiety is over. This is a game that United have won. But Beckham, Neville, Keane, the man of the midfield at 23. Beckham with another good cross there. Pallister backpedaling, backhands after him, but 2 Manchester United men between them. Pallister and Walsh well in control.
Walsh with the clearance up towards McClare. Suat, Sedat, Ugur, Arif, coming towards the last quarter of an hour of the game. Suat.
Just get the feeling the Turks would like the whistle to go now, wouldn't you, so they could go off and maybe do some Christmas shopping in town tonight.
I might have something to say about that. A German coach. He was coach at Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. But he will certainly be disappointed with their performance here tonight. Though at the same time, a lot of credit to Manchester United, who've really turned it on from that 3rd minute when Simon Davis scored their opening goal. Here's Nicky Butt. McClare, little flick by him. Butt trying to get on the end of it. In the end, it's Bouland who got it away. So throw to United. Here's Keane. Alistair. Irwin. Bruce. There. And the ball into touch.
Well, while we've enjoyed this wonderful performance from United, we do know really that the 2 points are secure for them. It's 3-0 here at Old Trafford. But our thoughts are very much with the United seemingly impossible dream, which is just 1 goal away. A goal from Gothenburg. We're going to go live to the Nou Camp Stadium. The last 15 minutes, Barcelona 0, Gothenburg 0 at the moment. Here's Alan Parrott.
15 minutes to go then here at the Nou Camp, and the score intriguingly is still Barcelona 0, Gothenburg 0. If it stays that way, of course, then Barcelona would get the point they need to qualify at the expense seemingly of Manchester United, who are obviously on their way to a fairly comfortable victory now. So the question that everyone in England, I'm sure, is wondering is, can the Swedish champions Gothenburg snatch a goal here? Romario, meantime, tries to get one for Barcelona and might here. But it was a good interception by Bjorklund. It's been a very close game, this. Barcelona have had most of the possession, but Gothenburg have occasionally looked dangerous and could have had a goal themselves on several occasions. Stoichkov with the corner for Barcelona, driven across towards Baquero. Stoichkov again. He's one of those who's been close to a goal. Ravelli with a rather uncertain punch clear. Romario has had a chance, but Giristain, who's since been substituted, has come close. Ravelli's had a couple of close-range saves to make also from Romario in this game. But Gothenburg, and in particular Nielsen, their fullback, who's had 2 long-range free kicks on target, could easily have scored for the Swedes. So it's still an open game, this. And Manchester United still cling on to a hope of qualifying for the quarter-finals. A Gothenburg goal now would certainly make life interesting in the last 14 minutes here. Barcelona have played well to a point. They've kept possession well, and their interpassing has been a joy to watch, but they haven't been that incisive. Guardiola for them tries to change that. And more with the cross, and it's deflected behind for a Barcelona corner. The Spanish champions have been going through a bit of an uncertain time in their league games recently. They've lost one and drawn one recently, and they're 4th in the table. Almost a handball there, in fact, by Nielsen in conceding that corner. In fact, that indeed is what the referee has decided. So Koeman will take the free kick. Romario lurking near the 6-yard box. Ravelli, the experienced Swedish international goalkeeper, one of their World Cup stars, on his toes as it's hammered in, and he needed to be on his toes. The Swedes have played surprisingly well tonight for a side. Really, there's nothing on the result for them. And here they they go forward again with Pedersen. An easy one for Busquets to field. Gothenburg also had a number of players, in fact 5 in their starting lineup, who were on 1 yellow card, and could have reasonably expected them to duck out of a few tackles, but they certainly haven't done that. They've done their bit for Manchester United tonight, no doubt about that. And they do even more by getting a goal with 12 minutes to go here. Well, with Busquets around in the Barcelona goal, not the safest of goalkeepers, there's always a hope. Blomqvist, the number 9, has played really well for Gothenburg tonight. The clock ticks on. Just a shade over 12 minutes remaining. Still Barcelona 0, Gothenburg 0. Romario, the Brazilian, who's had a quiet match, goes forward and again fails to keep possession, with Barcelona claiming they should have had a free kick. Nielsen, the fullback, as close as anyone to a goal tonight, gets it forward as Romario replaces his boot. Ren, the former Everton player, in possession. They brought on the striker substitute, incidentally, have Gothenburg, which is a sign of their intent. Foul there by Koeman. Still 3-0 to Manchester United at Old Trafford. So still a hope for the English champions that they could get something that most people haven't dreamed of out of tonight's action. As we see again the foul here, and a fairly obvious one too, by Koeman, who was rather lucky perhaps not to be shown the yellow card for that challenge on Blomqvist. See the effects of that challenge. He might have to go off to have that cleaned up. Indeed, that's what's happening. The referee has not given him any choice in the matter. I don't know how he didn't decide that was worthy of a caution, that challenge by the Dutchman. Well, now earlier in the game, the right fullback Michael Nielsen, who's over the ball now, as we see Blomqvist getting that emergency treatment. Nielsen got 2 shots on target from 35 to 40 yards out. Can he do it again? Not this time. And suddenly it breaks kindly for Barcelona. Sergi, the left fullback, coming forward for them. Gets it back again, but he'll have to chase to keep that in play. Romario, the only man in the middle. Beyond him is Stoichkov. Stoichkov wins the corner. That was good work by him. Deliberately played it straight against Kormark. 10 minutes to go. Barcelona 0, Gothenburg 0. The score remains that way. Barcelona will qualify for the quarterfinals, not Manchester United. You can see, in terms of corners, 9-1 to Barcelona, how well they've played here. And they've got a goal! Vaquero, the captain, has done it with 10 minutes to go. Manchester United. That could be the goal that sends Barcelona, and not the English champions, through to the last 8. And finally, one of those Barcelona corners has paid off. And little Vaquero, who climbs so well for a little guy, hammers it into the roof of the net, despite the defender on the line. Stoichkov with the accurate corner. It was a superb header. It flew in at real pace. Ravelli never had a hope, and that might be Barcelona's most important goal of the season. Vaquero just trying to play it on. It went in off the inside of the post, and Barcelona at last have the breakthrough they've been looking for. $75,000 people here at the Nou Camp, and almost every one of them a Barcelona supporter, celebrate Vaquero's goal in the 81st minute. And I wonder if that goal will mean that all Manchester United's efforts tonight have been in vain. But at 0-0, of course, there was always the glimmer of a hope that Gothenburg might snatch one, but this goal might have put paid to that hope now. Tremendous header from Vaquero. simply intent on getting his head to the ball. Whether it flew across for anyone else to get on target or went in was not his concern at that moment. And now Barcelona make their second substitution of the night. Jordi Cruyff, the manager's son, about to come on, as Gothenburg have won a free kick, and Blomqvist, looking a bit like Father Christmas minus the beard, is back on the field with a very amateurish piece of first aid. And Barcelona are flying now as Busquets comes out to make an easy save. And they're looking dangerous again. Oh, Stoichkov almost got through then. Johansson had to take it at full stretch. And Stoichkov brushes him aside arrogantly. And this could be number 2 here. Offside, it won't count. And Moore turns to see the flag raised. He was offside. Just 6 minutes to go, and Barcelona could have had a second to really wrap things up here. Cruyff will come on to replace Amor. Well, in terms of possession, Barcelona will say that they deserve victory tonight. But as ever with the Spanish champions, who are a very positive side, they have taken risks. The referee just helping them more off and saying, get on with it. If you're going off, get off straight away. So it's looking bad news for Manchester United at the moment. 5 minutes to go. Barcelona lead by 1-0. Back to Bob Wilson.
Yes, thank you very much, Alan. As everybody can appreciate, that goal by Jose Maria Baquero is the goal that will almost certainly end United's hopes. Barcelona as good as through. The last few minutes in the Nou Camp. Let us enjoy the last few minutes of this young United's fine performance tonight. They're 3-0 up still against Galatasaray. Let's rejoin Brian Moore.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, well, I think the word has got around Old Trafford. The bad news coming out of Spain, and the crowd then got behind their team. We'll support you evermore. They know that this is the end of this particular campaign for Manchester United, but they've really enjoyed this performance by this Manchester United side here tonight, filled with youngsters, but with the likes of Cantona, McClare and Keane really doing a tremendous job to keep everything moving, and the youngsters, of course, responding with Beckham and Davis scoring goals.
And indeed this fella, not this, well, Alex, I was thinking about Roy Keane then, who probably now in the second half has probably pipped Cantona, I think, the outstanding player on the field. His goals topped it up. He's nearly had another one.
Sedat playing it wide for Ugo. Nice for United to keep a clean sheet, and Keane gets that one away. Arif. They've learned a lot in this campaign, Manchester United. They'll be doubly determined to make sure they're there again next year. There might be a few in the Premiership who say, well, no, we'll have a little dabble at that as well. As Arif gets the ball wide there. Pallister nicely behind it. Owen stabs it clear. Here's McClare. He's got Cantona up on the left. He's got Keane away on the right as Cantona goes into overdrive. Into the box, looks up, sees Roy Keane, and Poulet! An own goal! Makes it 4.
That's a lovely thready ball. Now we see another side of Cantona, a driving run. Now he's looking to clear Bullint there, but Bullint's done all the work for him. But he's worried. He's had that situation a number of times in the game where a United player's been steaming up on the back of him, and I would think he's got one eye open on there, one eye around the corner looking for Keane's run. He's done all the hard work for him.
So it's a night that's destined to end in disappointment overall for Manchester United. But that's a wonderful last flourish, if indeed it is the last one, with 2 minutes left, bringing the score to 4-0. And Galatasaray completely dispirited and well beaten now. We want 5, say the crowd.
I suppose they've got memories of last year or two, you know, when there was a lot of, as you say, a lot of acrimony between the two clubs. I suppose, if anything, they've got some sweet revenge tonight.
Here's Yusuf, though. Arif. Got to the byline, but it's a goal kick for Manchester United. There's the own goal. They really are spectacular shots on that super slow motion. The crowd are on their feet again, and it's 4-0. Well, it may well be the end of the road for Manchester United, but on ITV we shall be keeping you closely in touch with all the European action. We should be taking, of course, particularly close interest now in Arsenal in their defence of the Cup Winners' Cup. Draw for that's next week for the quarter-finals to be played in March. Brilliant, getting it wide for Ugur. It's an interesting ball, but Walsh is nicely behind it. Too high even for the tall Hakan. Beckham to Cantona. I understand that Gothenburg have now equalised in the Nou Camp. Who knows, there might be an incredible twist yet. Gothenburg have equalised. It's 1-1 in the Nou Camp between Barcelona and the Swedish champions. Up goes Pallister. Here's Bruce. That buzz has gone around the crowd as well. Oh, that's the second time tonight the referee has got himself completely in a tangle. Keane going in, getting the ball back to Pallister. But stopped by Ergan. Yusuf. Yusuf now. Knocking it wide again to Ergan. It's a good long cross there, but again far too close to the goalkeeper, Gary Walsh. A quick throw out, and it's McClare on the run. Sadat turning and getting the ball back to Bulent. To Suat. And time added on, and plenty of it. The flag is up for an offside. And even then, Kubalai. Oh, yellow card for Kubalai. Let's go across to Barcelona again.
Minute or so this is going to be for Barcelona. Into stoppage time then here at the Nou Camp Stadium. And the equalising goal for Gothenburg, scored ironically by the former Everton player Stefan Wren, has not in the end made any difference. The referee has added very little stoppage time. That's the final whistle, and the final score is Barcelona 1, Gothenburg 1, and that point is enough to see Barcelona, twice European Cup finalists in the last 3 seasons, go through to the quarter-finals once again, and Manchester United's brave attempt up at Old Trafford to turn things in their favour has ended in failure. Barcelona 1, Gothenburg 1. Barcelona and Gothenburg therefore qualify from Group A for the quarter-finals.
There's Walsh's goal kick, and there's the final whistle here as well. Well, you can see it's the end of the road for Manchester United in the Champions League, with a 1-1 result in Gothenburg, in Spain, with Gothenburg and Barcelona, and a 4-0 victory here for Manchester United. Davis, Beckham, Keane, and an own goal by Bulent, and an extraordinarily good performance by Manchester United with all their youngsters in the side. 4-0, a triumph for Manchester United on a night of disappointment.
Welcome back. We were looking for a miracle. We didn't quite get it, but what an evening we have had. Manchester United 4, Galatasaray 0, and Barcelona 1, Gothenburg 0. Let's just have a look at the Group A table, and here it is. And let me remind you that the reason that United don't go through, it's decided on the greater number of points obtained between those two teams involved on the level points. And of course, Barcelona got 3 points and United 1 point from their 2 games. But let's hear now from the United manager, Alex Ferguson. He's with Gary Newbon.
Alex, it didn't work out in the end. Gothenburg gave it all their best shots, but 1-1 wasn't enough over there for you.
No, unfortunately, we just hoped that they could do it, and I think they've put up a great effort, Gothenburg. But I'm pleased with their performance tonight. I thought it was fabulous.
But a disappointing way to go out.
It is, yeah. I think we know ourselves. We've made mistakes, and you make too many, you suffer.
Now, Alex, what about next season now? Because obviously you've had a taste of Europe, 2 years now, and you're getting your English players together.
Yeah, the young ones are coming through. They'll give us a right backup. Obviously, we just have to integrate this into the system, enough English players to make an impact in Europe. That's quite frankly the story of it.
And a word about the young players tonight?
They did fantastic. I'm proud of them. Very, very pleased for them.
Actually, you look at...
Well, that's Alex Ferguson, and that, in fact, Terry, really is the great hope for United, the performance of those youngsters.
I said before the game that I felt that what they needed was something from it if they didn't get through. The result, which they got, and they certainly got the terrific performances right throughout the team tonight. He'll be very pleased with that from that point of view. Very disappointed he's gone out, but he's got something from it.
OK, well, it's not all doom and gloom then, is it? I mean, a lot of the old critics have been, even this morning, saying, you know, United have let England down and all that rubbish.
Well, it is nonsense. I mean, he's saying that he's made mistakes and the team's made mistakes, and at this level, you only got to make 1 or 2 mistakes and you get punished. I think that out of it, he's had some good home performances, and he'll be disappointed, I would think, in his 2 away performances.
All right, Terry, thanks very much, as always. Now, just before we go, a reminder that our Champions League highlights programme with Jim Rosenthal is coming up later this evening. Check your local listings for that. But let's have a look at the crucial moment, really, for United. This is it, the moment when United's hopes, faint hopes, died. Stoichkov's centre corner, Jose Maria Baquero with a diving header in the 81st minute. And Gothenburg actually came back and got a goal as well. So despite a wonderful victory here tonight at Old Trafford, it was a bittersweet evening for Alex Ferguson and Manchester United. They're out of this season's Champions Cup. They might be back again next season for a 3rd successive time. From all of us at ITV, bye-bye.
This program was sponsored by Ford and Reebok, UEFA Champions League sponsors.